Hey everyone, I am here with a awesome video. So I recently went through my whole lipstick collection and went through my high-end and my drugstore, and I think I found some pretty great dupes for 2 or 3 of my YSL lipsticks, as well as a bunch of MAC lipsticks. So I'll just say ahead of time, some of them may not be exact to a T dupes, but they are close enough to where the color is going to be pretty much the same on your lips, and it's going to kind of give you that same effect that you would be getting with the higher end lipstick. Some of the finishes will vary, but I did the best I could with what I have, and I have found quite a few. So I'm just going to kind of get started, and I'll of course swatch them all for you. So the first one that I'm going to show you, this is a MAC lipstick in Creme de la Femme. It's a frost finish, and the lipstick I found that's very similar to it is Make Me Pink by Maybelline. So they do look very similar in the tubes, and they do look very similar swatch. The finish is going to be different, however, the colors are pretty darn close. So this one right here is Creme de la Femme, and this is the drugstore alternative in Make Me Pink. So that's my first one. So already $15 or $14.50 versus $7 or $8 at the drugstore. The next combination is a red lip. This one is in Runway Red from MAC. It looks a little bit scary there. And the one I'm going to swatch next to it is called Berry Queen, and it is from Rimmel. Even here in the tube, they look very similar. Why I have both of these, I have no clue. So this first one is Runway Red, and that one is Berry Queen. Very similar in finish, very similar in color. I would say you could use these interchangeably and no one would know the difference. So Runway Red and Berry Queen from Rimmel. Next one is in Syrup from MAC, probably one of my favorites. It's kind of a mid-tone pinky purple, and the dupe that I found is Vintage Pink from Rimmel. So Vintage Pink looks a little bit more purple here on camera, but swatched they are very similar. So the first swatch you'll see is Syrup, and the one right next to it is Rimmel's Vintage Pink. So here is Syrup, and there is Vintage Pink. Little bit different, but when it's on your lips you can't really tell the difference. The main difference here is going to be the finish on it. But you know what? You could use them interchangeably, and I doubt anyone would know that you were not wearing a MAC lipstick in Syrup. The next one I have is a Viva Glam in Viva Glam 6, I think. I really need to learn my Roman numerals because I've messed this up so many times. It's VI. VI, is that 6? I don't know. Here it is. Love this one. And a close dupe I found is the Revlon Lip Butter in Berry Smoothie. Okay. So the first swatch you'll see is the Viva Glam, and the one next to it is Berry Smoothie. So of course Berry Smoothie is going to be a little bit more sheer and a little glossier. And then this one right here is the Viva Glam. So again, the finish is a little different, but overall I would say you could use these interchangeably and no one would know. The next one I have is an exciting one because I believe this was limited edition. It's MAC's Quick Sizzle. Now this one is a matte, so the finishes will be different because this is obviously a matte finish. But if you didn't get a chance to pick that up, you may be able to find Fifth Avenue Fuchsia from Maybelline. And I would say that they are pretty darn close. So this one right here is Quick Sizzle, and there is Fifth Avenue Fuchsia. You can see it. Sorry, my swatch is very awkward. So yeah, I cannot tell the difference really at all. So I would say if you didn't get Quick Sizzle, go pick up Fifth Avenue Fuchsia and you pretty much have Quick Sizzle, with the exception of it's a little glossy. The next one is Viva Glam Gaga. It's a bright bubblegum pink, and it's, here it is here, really, really light pastel-y pink. And the ones that I found that were very close was Flawless Fuchsia, which is from Maybelline. It's the new collection that just came out for the porcelain collection, and also Cotton Candy Revlon Lip Butter. So they're all kind of, you know, general idea. So this one right here is the lip butter in Cotton Candy. This middle swatch right here is Gaga, and this one is Flawless Fuchsia. So they're all pretty darn similar. I think if you wore any of these, you would pretty much get the same concept, the same look as you would if you wore Lady Gaga. These ones might even be a little bit more wearable. So if you didn't pick up Gaga, or you don't want to spend the money, check out Cotton Candy by Revlon and Flawless Fuchsia from Maybelline, the new collection, which is limited edition. So the next one is kind of, it's kind of 3 different MAC lipsticks that are all pretty similar, and I found 2 drugstore dupes. So the first one is Lazy Day from MAC. It's just a really kind of creamy pink. And that one's also very similar to Angel from MAC. Angel is this one, that one is Lazy Day, which is also very similar to Cream Cup from MAC. So I would not bother buying all 3 of these. Why I have all 3, I'm not sure. So there's the MAC ones, Lazy Day, Angel, Cream Cup. They're all very similar. The 2 colors that I found that are similar to all 3 of them is a Rimmel lipstick in Pink Blush and Revlon lip butter in Strawberry Shortcake. And Strawberry Shortcake probably has the closest finish to them. So here they are there. That's the Strawberry Shortcake, and that is Pink Blush. So as you can see, you could use any of these colors interchangeably and get the same look. So if you don't want to, if you didn't pick up Lazy Day and you don't want to buy Angel or Cream Cup, I would highly recommend Pink Blush or the Revlon lip butter in Strawberry Shortcake. So that kind of just knocked out 3 MAC lipsticks all in one. The next one is another one that's kind of 2 MAC lipsticks that are similar. One is in Snob, which is a satin finish. So again, the finishes might vary a little bit. So Snob, and then Bubblegum is the other one, and that one's a glaze. And I don't know if Bubblegum is permanent collection, but the one that I found that's close is Pink Pout, which is a matte, and this is from Revlon. Okay, so you can hardly tell the difference here. Pink Pout is in the middle. This one is Snob, and this one is Bubblegum. So they're all pretty close. They're a little bit more like blue toned, but I think you could get away with wearing any of the 3 and again have the same look. So that's kind of my thoughts on that one. Now the next one is Blankety by MAC, and this is a really popular nude. It's kind of more of a brownie nude. And I found 2 different alternatives to Blankety. One is the Rimmel Kate Moss lipstick in number 14. And the other one is L'Oreal's Ferris Nude. And I'll swatch them side by side. So the first one is the Kate Moss in number 14, Blankety, and Ferris Nude by L'Oreal. All very similar, all would give you the same brown nudie lip. I'm almost done here, I promise. The next set is another YSL lipstick. This is a YSL, and it's a MAC, a YSL, and a drugstore, so you kind of have a nice variety. So the YSL is in number 27, and it's a bright, beautiful, bright coral. Okay, so there's the YSL. If you want to have a MAC version of it, I would check out Watch Me Simmer, which is an amplified. Okay, so YSL, Watch Me Simmer, these are like exact dupes. And if you don't even want to spend the money on MAC, go to your drugstore and pick up Coral Crush. The difference, I can't even tell the difference between the colors. So if you don't want to spend the money on these 2, go pick up Coral Crush, because honestly there's no difference. Even the finish looks the same. So that is a great dupe. Another one is Dish It Up. This was limited edition from MAC. And the dupe that I found is a Maybelline lipstick in Party Pink. Now Party Pink is right here. It looks a little bit darker, but if you do a sheer application, it's very, very similar to Dish It Up. And then another MAC one is Impassioned, which is a gorgeous, again, a really bright kind of corally pinky color. Two alternatives that are very similar is Lilac Champagne. It's a Moondrops lipstick from Revlon. And then the other one is Love That Pink. So this one is Love That Pink. This is Impassioned. And that one is Lilac Champagne. So those are my MAC and YSL dupes. I know some of them aren't exact, but they are very comparable, and you could honestly interchange them and nobody would know that you weren't wearing a MAC or a YSL lipstick. So I hope I gave you some great ideas on some alternatives. So if you missed out on some of these collections of the MAC lipsticks, or you don't want to spend the money on MAC or YSL, I hope that I gave you some really great drugstore alternatives. Maybe you already have them in your collection and you were wanting one of the other colors, and now I have saved you from spending money that you don't need, because obviously I have a lot of colors that are very similar, which is kind of a waste. But you know what? If you are a makeup junkie, you will find ways to justify how they're different, which I could be more than happy to do, but I just thought that they were very similar, and a lot of them are very interchangeable. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other dupes for any of the things I showed you, please leave them down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!